Hello, everyone. It's Karissa from Shining Light on Minnesota today, and we're super excited. I have Magic Brad with us today. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yes, so let's kind of start back. You've been in the magic world for a long time. What kind of got you into magic when you were young?
It's kind of all my life. I remember when I was about 4, a friend of my brother's made a quarter disappear, and then he pulled it out of my ear.
Ooh.
And I thought, how did that work? I thought I washed my ears. So it just kind of fascinated me as a young kid, and then I started dabbling with it as a hobby. He gave me a couple pamphlets. One was on coin magic, and one was on card magic, and I didn't really understand them that much, but there were some pictures, and I just got into it and started dabbling with it through grade school into high school.
Yep. And then it kind of evolved into a lot more.
It did. I mean, I've got a video up on YouTube. It's 55 years and 5 minutes. So I'm 68 now, but I can do that.
Yep.
I can tell you that whole story because that's kind of where it all started. When I graduated high school in 1975, I was already making some money at working at. I never did a Burger King or worked at the drugstore. I was doing magic shows for churches or hospitals or whatever I could get.
Yep.
And that was my high school thing. And then when I graduated in 75, people said, you should get a job. I thought, okay.
Maybe. All right.
So I got a job, and I working for the Anoka County Parks and Rec, cutting down the trees and mowing the lawns and taking out the garbage. And then about 4 years later, they said, the program is over and we have to let you go. I thought, where's my gold watch? I thought I had a job here.
Right.
I had my name on my shirt and everything. I thought it was a long-term thing.
Unofficial. Yep.
And then I thought, well, I'm going to do my own thing because that's more secure. I learned early that jobs are temporary. And because I was in Minnesota, I knew there was a lot of corporate here, with all the businesses, General Mills and Pillsbury and 3M and
Cargill,
all that kind of stuff, Medtronic, Land O'Lakes. And I knew that when you worked for a company like that, they had the money and they had the audience. You just go do their events because they do company picnics and holiday parties and awards banquets, client appreciations, employee recognition, trade shows, product launches.
Yes.
They do all these different things, whether it be entertainment or marketing for their company. So that's where I focused on. And this was, I guess, late 70s going into around 1986, there was a woman, her name was Patty Sachs Meshbesher, and they called her Party Patty. So she had put together a party planners trade show where event planners that wanted to plan a party would go there and find balloon decorators and tables and chairs and centerpieces and florists and entertainers and all the stuff you need for a party.
Yeah.
And I went to it, and then her and I teamed up and did one. And I asked her, I said, this would really be good for me to get magic gigs.
Yes.
I said, how would it be if I did this? And she said, go ahead, I just did it for the PR. So in 1991, I started a show called the Great Minnesota Event Show. And it was at International Market Square over in Minneapolis.
Yep.
And did it all the way to 1998. And it was a really nice event where event planners, this was like pre-internet, so they would fill out a little form that said, I'm Tammy from 3M Corporation. We have a company picnic at Tartan Park for 3,000 employees, and we're looking for a pig roaster and a tent, bouncy thing for the kids, face painters, and a magician.
Easy.
And then they would call me up and say, are you available for a picnic August 15th? And I go, sure. So I did a lot of postcard marketing to stay in front of them. And then the internet came in around I guess 98.
98, late 90s, yep.
And I could see that people are going to just go on the internet to find stuff. They would go on, back then it was Netscape, it wasn't Google.
Then
and I sort of
AOL,
saw that.
Yep.
And I don't know if I panicked, but I thought I needed to get some other people, so I started a more of a legitimate company. Instead of just myself, I brought on 2 business partners, which I would not suggest because it creates a tripod.
It does.
3-legged stool, and one of the guys was, do you got kids?
I do.
So you know that they go, well, Dad said I could. Well, Mom said I could.
They play the game.
They do that?
Yep.
That's what this guy was doing to me and my other business partner.
Right, of course.
And then he was pulling a little money out of the bank account, too.
Yep.
So that all collapsed. And I thought, I don't want to be in business anymore. So
right.
I
Three's a
said
crowd.
quit.
Yep.
I just gave it all up, and a friend of mine, I went bankrupt. Everything went away. And a friend of mine was doing a martial arts thing out in California, and he'd been asking me, come on out and help me at the thing. And I said, I'm running my business here, but seeing the business collapsed, I was a free bird.
Why not try it?
So I packed up the computers and my magic tricks and some clothes, and I drove out to California and helped him for a year.
Nice.
And then a friend of mine that was a magician actor out in LA, he wanted to work on a magic project. It was an infomercial of how to do magic tricks with video VHS tapes.
Very cool. Yep.
So I said, sure, I'll do that. So I moved over to Studio City. That project was over, and I was out in LA going, now what am I going to do?
Right.
I don't want to be an actor. I don't know how to sing. I can't dance. I don't know how to act.
What can I add to it, or what's going to make me stand out, right?
Yeah, well, you got to do all that. And I didn't want to wait on tables. So I said, I'm going back home. So I went back to Minneapolis, and I was doing digital marketing stuff and learning how to sell stuff with the internet. And then a friend of mine that used to do singles dances, he knew I did trade shows, and he wanted to do trade shows. So he started calling me over and over and over, because I call him like a pit bull on the phone because he doesn't quit.
Right.
And he kept calling, and I said, I don't want to work. I just want to sit down at Calhoun Square and look at girls and play with my computer and drink coffee. I don't want to work.
Right.
Because I was still wounded. And he kept calling, and finally I said, okay, let's do it. So in 2004, we started a company, Mediamax Events and Expos, and we were the expo guys. And we did home improvement shows in different areas.
Yes.
Blaine, Canterbury Park, Maple Grove, Lakeville, and Brooklyn Park were the places that had the most building permits pulled.
Yes.
So I thought that's a good place to do home shows.
Yep.
So I think strategically.
Yep. You got to think
on
outside the
stuff.
box, and you got to see where they work.
Yeah, he didn't want to think outside the box. That's why it didn't work so good for us. But we did it till 2012. I had a minor stroke.
Okay.
And just the 3-minute episode, they call it a transient ischemic attack, where it shuts you down for a little while.
Yeah.
But it was a shot over the bow saying, hey, you're stressed. So I told him, I quit. I don't want to do this anymore. So I sold my shares in the business, and he took over everything, and I went, and something called me to Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know what it was because I never heard of Asheville, but it was just kind of a weird experience because I would see things all about Asheville, North Carolina. So me and the wife picked up, moved to Asheville, North Carolina, and I don't know why I was out there, and nothing really happened out there other than being there. And then we got sick of Asheville and decided to come back to Minneapolis, and we got an apartment over at by Ridgedale, and stayed there for quite a few years. And then Monica says, let's get a house. And I thought, okay, I'm fine by me.
All
And
right.
it was weird because I grew up in Fridley. My brother still lives in the same house that we grew up in. And we looked all over the cities for a house.
Yep.
All the way Mendota Heights, way up in Coon Rapids, almost Elk River, way out west by Lake Minnetonka and White Bear Lake. And now I'm back in Fridley.
Came full circle all the way
Yes.
around. Yes.
So there I am there. And then I wanted to start another event business because doing internet stuff, it's kind of lonely. You're by yourself all the time.
It is. Yep.
And I wanted to get out in front of people. So I started another business with another guy in 2019. And we did one show. We did the event expo again. And we did a business expo. And then we did one for March 4th, 2020. And you remember what happened then?
I do remember. How can anybody forget those days, right?
So that's what happened in 2020.
Yeah.
The COVID thing stopped all events
Right.
dead.
Yep. Or
And-
time to start, right? Or end.
Well, I don't quit. That's
Yeah.
I got a 3rd-degree black belt in martial arts, and I learned that if you keep on going, keep on going.
Yep.
So the philosophy is you can't fail if you don't quit.
Correct.
So I'm still going at it.
Yep.
And I tried to do one. What was it? I tried to do one in 2021. It just wouldn't work. I would only get about 60 people that wanted to come. Then I tried one in 2022, and it didn't work. And then I tried one in 2023, and it worked.
There you
And I
go.
thought, okay, we got the momentum
We've
going
got this.
again.
Now we know.
And I thought, I've never really done one in the fall, but I thought, let me keep the ball rolling. I'll keep it doing it. I'll do it in the fall. And I tried it again, and it sucked. was horrible. So I got frustrated and just said, I don't want to do this anymore.
Got it.
So I started doing more digital marketing, and I started doing I got a membership thing where people can be a member, and I promote on the internet. And if I can start doing them again, then you can have complimentary exhibit space at the show because you've been paying your membership.
Yep. So it's like a building,
And
like if it works.
that's still in place, but I don't know if I want to do the event industry stuff anymore because it seems
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of time.
well, it doesn't. I think COVID really affected event industry people. It's a different world now,
It is.
especially because I mean you can do anything. You can create an event on Facebook, on LinkedIn. You can do it on Eventbrite. You can
Do it on your own. Yep.
I could create 400 events on this day, on this time, because they're online webinars.
Right. Yes. Yep.
So it's too saturated.
Right.
So
You
I
have to
think
do
the
something
event
to stand
industry-
out and change it and make it your own. Yeah.
And then, like we talked before, the communication is different.
Yes. Yep.
It's hard to get anybody's attention.
Yep. And
And you-
how can you make it stand out? What's going to make it your own?
Yeah, is the algorithm going to work for you or against you? And
Right. And are you
seems
going to
like
go
a-
out door knocking just to make sure that people are going to be there? How are you going to make them show up? All that stuff. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I tried direct mail postcards, and sometimes people just don't check the mail.
Right. And the algorithm today, is it going to be different tomorrow? Like, who knows? Yes. Yep.
Exactly. And all the stuff that's happening with the AI and all these things, it's interesting to me, and the stuff is happening so fast that it's sort of exciting because it happens so fast, but
Yes.
it's also frustrating because
Yep. It's happening so
you
fast.
get something going, and all of a sudden, that wasn't like that yesterday.
Right.
a
And it's
whole
like,
new
what
world.
can I do to stay on top of it for tomorrow, or what's going to change for tomorrow that worked today? Yes. What do you think drives you?
I think a little bit of curiosity, and you got to do something.
Right.
I don't know if I could just sit at home. I don't golf, so I couldn't. I'm sort of semi-retired, but I don't want to retire.
Yep.
So I think it's just trying to figure out ways that, like, I like doing strategy with things so that it makes it easier.
Yep.
Or using automations and stuff because the internet is 24/7.
Right.
But just ideas like when I did the event expo, it was a great lead source for me as a magician because
Yes.
it was perfect alignment with the
Yes.
event supplier vendors
Yep.
and the planners. It was a perfect fit.
They matched.
And trying to find that again, and then finding I'll share an event format that a friend of mine, Matt Noah, he created it. It was called NetSuds. And this was before networking was social business events.
Yep.
This was networking computers.
Correct.
So it was companies like Compaq computers and stuff like that.
Yep.
So from the outside, this event looked like a entrepreneur networking thing where they drinking cocktails and trading business cards.
Yep.
And then someone gets up and talks for 15 minutes. Then they go back to trading cards and business cards.
Yep.
From the outside, that's what it looked like. But what it really was Compaq was doing the talk, and they paid like 10 grand to be up there. Why did they spend $10,000, $15,000 to stand and talk to a bunch of people for 15 minutes?
Right.
The reason was, in the audience were 5 venture capitalists
Yep. You're getting in front of the people.
that wanted to hear what Compaq had to say.
Right.
So the whole event was camouflaged so that these 5
So
investors...
you can hide and get in front of those people.
Yeah, Compaq gets to speak to exactly who they want to speak to, and they're interested.
Yep.
They want to know what the big product launch is.
Yep.
So everybody else was just smoke and mirrors, sort of
Right.
a magic thing.
Yep.
And then he duplicated that for the medical industry too.
Yes.
He called it MedSuds.
Yep.
Same kind of thing. Someone like Medtronic might get up and talk for 15 minutes,
Yep.
and then there's money out there.
Well, that's a lot of the events, that people still go to. It's like, okay, you want to go and hear someone speak, but you have all the other people that are speaking around it, and it's the people in the audience that you want to see or hear. You want to just hear that one person speak. So, but it's also the other people that are around that you can meet and talk to too. So it's kind of a win-win. There's a lot of those events out there, but it's just the one person that you want to hear that you're speaking to or that want to speak to you. So
I found events are different now too, because it used to be like with trade shows specifically, they had a booth and then they would buy the printed pens and mugs and give them away as advertising
Yes.
specialties. They used to want to kind of qualify the people before you just gave them something. You want to find out, are they a prospective customer?
right.
Now I went to one, it was the Ecom Summit, and they have the vendor tables, and they're giving away stuff like hats and shoes and basketballs and
Yep,
baseballs
everything.
with their logo.
Yep.
But they're just giving them away.
Right.
They wouldn't even be at the table. They just put stuff out,
Yep.
the swag, and say, come and get it.
It's being omnipresent. It's how many times you bring those home or you get in front of them. We do so many events. We've got a lot of associations that we're a part of, but it's being in front of people. It's like planting those seeds. How many times those hats will go home or those mugs will go home or the pens will go home and you see the logo. It's seeing things 3 times, and it's just, even if they bring those pens home and they're sitting on the table, they'll see the logo.
Yeah.
And they'll see it multiple times. So whether or not they might need us now or they might need us later or whatever it is, they're still seeing the logo. So it's,
Yeah, you got to stay top of mind kind
yes.
of thing.
Yep. Yep. There's lots of events. There's lots of things out there. Who have been some of your mentors growing up, whether in the magic industry or in the business industry, that have really kept you going and kept you strong?
A pretty good question. I guess when I was young, I liked Tony Robbins with his personal power thing and the way that he was talking about things as far as business. As far as magic, there's a guy that's local here, and the way he explained to do the magic is using natural movements. So you don't do something like put the coin in your hand and then point at it, because that's not natural.
Right.
You do something that looks natural, and it'll sort of
The illusion.
the illusion is better because we're programmed from a natural movement. If you do something different, like if you have tension in your shoulder, people pick up on that.
Right.
They say, okay, something's going on there.
They know that something's coming.
So
Yep.
this guy was very specific on that kind of thing. His name's Al Schneider.
Got it.
He's retired now too. But him, I think he was a good mentor. And then I guess Tony Robbins would be a
Yeah.
guy in the business world.
What do you think has been one piece of advice that you've been given that has really stuck with you?
I think in the martial arts thing, there used to be a big banner up. It said, Jungsen Ildo Hasabosang, which means if you put your mind to it with enthusiasm and persistency, nothing's impossible. So just keeping on.
Right.
That, I think, is what got me where I am now. I'm not going to stop
Right.
until I'm dead.
Yep. Correct. Well, and a lot of the people these days don't put anything into it, right? They don't want to put the effort into it. They don't want to. They expect to just have things handed to them,
Yeah.
which is frustrating. It's hard to train the motivation. It's hard to train the drive, and a lot of people, it's hard to get out there and push them into things. So it's an interesting world.
Well, you
that's
have
out
to
there.
take the physical effort because we're on this physical 3D planet. So you need to do something.
Yeah, get out there and do
You know, if
something.
you get hungry, you got to get up and walk to the refrigerator.
Correct. Yep.
think it's just
Take
gonna-
that first step,
Oh, I'm full now.
right? Magically, it's yep,
Magically
I'm done.
delicious.
Yes, it's magically
Lucky
delicious.
Charms.
Yep. What would be a piece of advice that you'd give to the younger generation coming up?
That kind of thing. You can't fail if you don't quit.
Correct.
Just find out what you want to do. And I think alignment is important. I say that if you're selling hamburgers, don't try and sell them to vegans and vegetarians.
Right.
I don't care if you get 1 million followers.
Right.
There's no alignment there. So I think
Right.
it's important. Like I've gone to some networking events, and you see these B&I events and things, and somebody might do something like, I know a guy that did commercial roofing.
Yes.
So the malls and the apartments, he did roofing for commercial buildings. And he'd go to these things, and the audience is a Mary Kay representative, or someone that has a yoga school, or someone that does retreats. And maybe there's somebody out there that has a shopping mall,
Right.
but it's the probability isn't there. So as far as advice to someone, I would find where is the fertile garden.
Right.
Because in Minneapolis and St. Paul here, there's an organization called BOMA, which
Yep.
stands for, you know what?
We're a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, Building Owners Managers Association.
Yep.
So there's your ideal client. If you're
Right.
if you're a commercial person, go to the people that own the buildings
Right. Yep.
instead of
Finding your ideal
yeah.
clientele, finding your niche, finding your persona. A lot of times people don't know. It's like, okay, who's your ideal customer? Who's your ideal client? And they're like, oh, I don't know. I've never really thought about that. It's like, okay, well, how can you be a business owner if you don't know who your ideal persona is or who your ideal clientele is or what age bracket is that, or just getting down to that ideal person. Yes.
I'd also say that that's important to know your niche and not be afraid of missing out on other things. Like there's a friend of mine that did photography, and he did the glamour shots, and he did senior portraits and landscapes and pets and all these different things. Then he decided to focus on Hmong weddings. That's it. And there's a big Hmong community in St. Paul.
Yes, there is. Yep.
And he says, I'm doing Hmong weddings. Now, if someone says, will you do a picture of my family in front of the boat? Sure.
Absolutely.
But he was known as the Hmong wedding photographer.
Yep.
So now people know how to refer him.
Absolutely. Yep.
So try not to be the
specialty.
jack of trades. And
Right.
I speak this, but I'm guilty of
Right.
myself. I've got so many things going on.
Yes. Yep.
But I kind of doesn't matter to me. I've got so much stuff going on. It
Yep.
doesn't make any difference.
If you have products for everybody, that's great. I mean, if it works and you have legit products for everybody, then you go out and preach all those products to everybody. It's easy. Get out there and promote your products and do what you do. I mean, if you've got it all, you can do it all, sell it all. Absolutely.
Like the Walmarts and the Target. Yeah, they
Yeah.
got all sorts of stuff.
Yep. Yep. If you're a general contractor, be the general contractor. But if you're a roofing company, be that roofing company. Yep. Stay in your lane. I think that's very important to do. What's going to happen? You and your wife have any traveling coming up?
I wish we did. We used to do a lot of road trips, but we haven't so much. She's self-employed as well.
Okay.
So we're both trying to get some things going.
Right. Spurring some things. Yeah.
So we haven't really focused on where to go. I think she wants to go over to France because right now she's learning how to speak French.
Yeah.
So that might be a place that's in the future, but
Yeah.
we don't really have anything specifically planned
Right.
yet. But I do like the road trips. We go
Yes.
up to Duluth a lot, and sometimes just for the day,
Yes.
up by the North Shore and stuff.
We have a location in Duluth. It's a lovely area up there, especially the Superior, and even getting up past there and going up to all the other areas up north. Yes.
Yep. I haven't been to Canada yet.
No.
I've been really close. I could throw a rock,
Yep.
but I didn't go quite that far.
There you go. Then Canada's next. What else is on your agenda? What do you think's next for you?
I've got a LinkedIn group that I acquired that has about 37,000 people in it, and that's another thing I like about what you're doing with the Minnesota thing.
Yes.
I've got an idea to do some type of event, but I don't know what it is.
Okay.
I've got a date and a place scheduled for April of 2026, but I don't really know what it's going to be yet.
Got it.
So I put a stake in the ground,
Yep.
and I'm going towards it.
Yep.
So that's what I'm doing from now to then.
Yes.
Is just kind of putting things together, but I'm not sure what it'll probably be a business type
Yep.
event, but it's got to have some edutainment in it.
Yes. So we always do an event. We've got our second annual expo coming up on August 22nd here at Sun Control. Our first annual one, we had over 20 vendors. We had 450 people here. We're doing one on August 22nd here. We're going to try to double it. It's a business one where we have contractors come in, we have subcontractors come in, we've got the general public that will come in, we'll have food, we'll have the golf simulator going, because we have products for everybody: window film, safety security film, wall graphics, vehicle graphics, paint protection. It's a lot of fun. We just get people in here, we'll have food, drinks, everything like that. From 2 to 5, it's a good time. We've done a lot of events here. People like to come. So yeah.
Yeah, keep me posted on that if you want me to help promote it.
For sure,
I'll
that
for
would be
sure
great.
do that.
We'll have tables so vendors can come and have their table, and then also just come and have a good time. So that'd be great. Yes,
Yeah, it's a different world in the event world.
it is.
I know that in the 80s I joined the Minneapolis Convention Bureau, and that's how I had all my exhibitors.
Yes.
Because their members were my exhibitors.
Right.
And it was a perfect alignment.
Yes.
And I thought, I'll try that again. So I joined Meet Minneapolis. But it's so different now.
It is.
You know, there's an old 60-year-old guy going in. There's all these
Young 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Young.
Well,
young.
I mean,
Right.
from their point of view, it's like, how come he doesn't have a walker?
But a lot of times the people, I mean, even when I go to them, you see the younger generation coming in, and they are still learning how to get out there and network. So I do a lot of mentoring with a lot of them because I've done it for a while. We've got a lot of associations we're a part of, and it's fun to take the younger generation out and teach them how to network and teach them how to start the booths and how to network and how to get out there and meet people and really connect. Because a
Show
lot of
them
them
a
are on their
shortcut.
phone. Yeah, a lot of them are on their phone and just want to text and don't even know how to pick up the phone and call people, or don't know how to connect and get out there and do those things. So it's
Yeah, that's kind of
interesting.
what the COVID thing is. Put masks in front of everybody, so
Yeah.
you don't know if someone's smiling or not.
Yeah.
So you're kind of scared when you see them.
Shake a hand, go out there and meet people, go
Yeah.
door to door, go out there and go to the booths. And actually, when you're at an expo, when it's slow, go talk to people at all the other booths. And yes, take their business cards, give them your business card. Don't just tap the phone. Yep.
That's a relationship kind of thing. I
Yes.
kind of flip things around too. Like for the business events, it is business people that I invite to these socials, but it's really more about what's our
Connecting.
common thing other than business. you know?
Right. Yep.
Do you like fishing? Do you like rock
Being
climbing?
intentional. Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Finding out what. I mean, that's the whole name of the game. Let's get intentional and let's find out more about somebody. Like, what's your favorite food? Where are you going next? You know, let's have those conversations. So when you see someone, you're like, hey, how was your last trip? You know, or what did you do? Like, how was your fishing? You know, what kind of fish did you catch? Was it a walleye? What size was it? How are your kids? Things like that. Yes.
Find a common connection.
Yep. Absolutely.
Higher probability of doing business if you.
Yes. Or when you go
like-minded.
to an event, and someone's like, hey, you're from Blaine. I'm like, yeah, that's where I'm from. I was just, you know, saw you around the corner or walking or whatever it was. Yes, you always have to find the common ground. Yes. Favorite food?
I sometimes like spicy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Thai food,
Yes.
and I like breakfasts. I'm not really a night person,
Yes.
so I like breakfasts.
Got it.
You know, the standard omelets and stuff like
Yep. So when you went out to California, is that when you got your black belt?
that. No, I got my black belt when I graduated high school in I didn't get it in 1975, but
Mm-hmm.
I started
Got it.
because I got that county job with the
Mm-hmm.
county parks.
Yep.
So I had money, so I joined karate there.
Nice.
And then it was about 4 or 5 years after that to get the black belt, and I
Mm-hmm.
continued it through there.
How long did it take you to get your black belt?
It's about 4 years.
4
5
years. Got it. Yep. Do you still practice or do you still do it once in a
A
while?
little bit, but not really.
No.
I don't want to break a hip.
Right. What do you do outside of work these days?
I kind of always work, but I don't look at it as work. I don't. The work is like a 4-letter word thing
Mm-hmm. Right.
to me.
Keeps you
It's,
busy though and active.
just doing something.
Doing
yeah.
something. Yeah.
So I got the phone, and that works. That's my office right here, so I
Yes.
can do videos and things.
Yeah.
And you can do it from anywhere as long as you
Right.
get an internet connection. I like going places and hanging out and observing,
Mm-hmm.
and I like being spontaneous.
Yes.
I don't like planning things out where
Right.
all of a sudden you got something that's in the calendar and you're going to do
I
it.
have to be here. It's locked in. Right.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden something better comes along. and
Like,
you're
oh shoot, I should have been
"Oh."
there. Yes.
So I like to just keep an open calendar, and if someone calls, hey, let's go grab a burger, let's have a pizza, let's
Yeah.
go top golf, let's
Yep.
go walk around the lake.
Yep.
to be
What have
able to
been
do
some
it.
of the fun things that you've observed that have been spontaneous that you've really enjoyed?
Let's see, something that happened spontaneous. I know there's something, I just got to pick up on it,
Right.
where it happened by accident. I don't know if I really enjoy it, but it's interesting. I remember we were driving around in Asheville, North Carolina, and we there was a house. We wanted to maybe get a house out there, and we were coming back from an area, and it was raining a little bit. So we went to this place and looked at the house that we were looking at, but it was raining, and that's up in the mountains, and you know, it's a new development, so they're rerouting some water.
Yep.
Well, the water rerouted, and it was pouring
Oh
in
boy.
the back of the house. And it was just amazing to me that how could that be flooded like that when it's just drizzling out?
Right.
It was,
It's just one of those random things. It's like, wait a minute, how does this work? Yes.
and it
Yep.
it made me realize maybe we don't want that house.
Nope, don't want to
But-
do that.
I like seeing things like that. That's kind of
Make you think. Yeah.
it's amazing that kind of stuff happens. Like once I went to the Minnesota State Fair, and going down that big hill where the fresh French fry booth is, going towards Midway.
Yep.
You see all these people, thousands of people, and they all have heads and eyes and ears and a mouth, arms. They all look the same, but they're not. They all look different.
They're all very different. Yes.
When you get close, they all look different, and that's fascinating to me. How could everything that looks similar?
Yep. Be so
How
different.
could they be so different? Because
Right.
animals aren't like that. A robin looks like a robin looks like a robin. A dog looks like a dog.
Yep. It's very intriguing. It's just one of those things that, like, you stop and think and you're like, okay, how does this all work? Like, everything is all so much the same, but yet so very
I
different.
spend a lot of time in my own head thinking about how could that possibly be.
What's your favorite magic trick that you've done or that people catch up on? Either way.
I like things that that happen like sometimes in the hands of the person, and things that sort of have no explanation.
Like,
You know, when you've got a box or something, you could look at, oh, that's a special kind of box. There's something in that. But if there's no box, or if the box is clear,
right.
you can see right through it, and then something disappeared in that box. So anything that happens like that, where there's kind of like no explanation to it,
Yep.
or something that happens in the hands of the spectator,
Yes.
where I stepped away,
Yep.
and then something happened. So that kind of stuff, because
Do you-
magic happens in the mind.
Got it. Do you like watching magicians, or do you watch other magicians and you're like, okay, I want to learn that, or I want to figure out how they do that one, or different things like that too?
I've been doing it so long that I can
Pretty
kind of
much
see
know.
how to figure it out, how to do it.
Yep.
It's fun when all of a sudden there's something that you don't quite understand.
Trying to back engineer it and figure it
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
I did that. I helped a friend drive his props down to someplace down south, and there was a little arcade. And I walked into the arcade, and there was this glass ball on this table moving back and forth. And I'm thinking, how does that work?
Like, I'm trying to work this out in my mind and figure it
There was
out.
no magnets or anything like that. It's a glass ball. So trying to figure all that stuff out.
Yep.
And then there was another situation when I went out with my martial arts friend in California. We were on Venice Beach, and we're walking down the boardwalk. And this was my first time out in California, so
Yeah.
it was kind of, what's the word, like mystical with
Yeah.
You ever been to Venice Beach?
I have, but it's been a long time. Yep. Yeah.
They got the belly dancers and the incense and the drums and
Yes.
the dancers and the way. It's kind of weird out
Yeah.
there. And I
Yep.
had not been out there, so it's kind of creepy for me. So I'm walking along with my buddy, and we're just talking. We're away from the vendors' tables and at the shops and stuff, but we're just talking. I'm looking at things. I'm talking to him. I look over here. I look back, and he's gone. I stopped, and it just freaked me out. I thought, wait a minute. People don't disappear. So I just stood there. And then all of a sudden he walks out of this shirt shop. And he didn't try and ditch me.
Right.
He just walked in there.
Yeah.
But the timing was perfect, where I just glanced back and he was gone.
It's like, oh, okay.
And it freaked me out. So being able to feel that, because I believed it.
Oh, absolutely.
Some people believe things.
Yes. Yep.
And they're not necessarily true.
Right.
He didn't really disappear. He just
Right.
walked into a shop.
But you felt that he just disappeared. And it's like,
It
okay, maybe I'll just
certainly felt
magically
like it.
disappear. And
So
all right.
that kind of stuff, it intrigues me, how the brain can, because some
Yes.
people are very, very dedicated to whatever it is they believe.
Yes. Yep.
It'll shift with your perspective.
Yes.
You get it from a different point of view.
Yep. And the feeling that's in your brain makes, yeah. Yep. It's interesting how the brain works too. Yes. Absolutely.
And
yes.
sometimes doesn't work.
Right. And as you grow and change, that brain works differently too. Yes.
Yes.
Yep. Especially like when you start getting older and you deal with people that have Alzheimer's, dementia, things like that too, and the forgetfulness. It's like, I wish I could get inside your brain and figure out what's working or what's not working, things like that too.
Yeah, the different, what do they call them, neural transmitters?
Yes.
The firing inside that.
Yep. I want to just back engineer and see how we can backfire that and make that work again. Yes.
Some of it, they're doing some of that stuff with like the psychedelics and things.
Yep.
Kind of rewiring the plastic brain.
Yep. They are. There's lots of different cures out there, and there's lots of different options out there. If the medical world would get into it and Eli Lilly would slow down a little bit, that would be interesting. Yeah. We won't go down that route, but yes.
A whole nother episode, folks.
You're right. Yeah. Yep. Well, we really appreciate having you on. We look forward to seeing and hearing what you have going on in April and having you out to our expo that's coming up in April as well. And we'll definitely stay in touch and for sure see you at some events, I'm sure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And how can people get a hold of you?
I tell people just Google the word Magic Brad and you'll find the good, the Brad, and the ugly.
There you go. See you guys later.